Welcome, friends. We're gonna do some canning today. Some 3 ingredient laundry soap. I actually use this laundry soap. It works great. It doesn't leave any film on your clothes. It gets any bad smells out, and it does great for stains. We're gonna use Fels Naphtha, the Arm & Hammer laundry booster. Some people call it washing soda, and borax, 20 milliliter borax. So get your supplies, let's get on it. So the first thing we need to do is get a bar of Fels Naphtha soap and shred it up. Now there's a couple different ways you can do it. You can either use the old-fashioned cheese grater. I do have a few scars, and or you can just use your food processor. But you know, we like old stuff here, so. It's not cheese.
We don't make that mistake again.
Okay, so we've got our 4 cups of water on the stove. We're gonna add our soap. Okay, so we removed this from the stove, remove it from the heat, and we're gonna add our Borax and Washing Soda and stir until it's not grainy anymore. You can kind of hear it grainy as I stir it around. And we're going to stir until that graininess is all gone. Okay, I don't feel any more graininess in this.
Yay.
So what we're going to do now is we're going to pour our mixture into 4 regular mouth pint-sized mason jars. I try to pour equal amounts of the liquid into the jar, and then you use water to fill the jar the rest of the way to the rim. So this will easily be 2 months worth of laundry soap for our family.
Oh yeah.
So those are about equal parts. And then I'm just going to add water to fill these to the rims. And this is a great way to reuse your old lids, ladies. Now we're going to put lids on these, and we're going to set them upside down. Not so much because we want this to seal, because it doesn't matter if it seals or not. But we're going to set them upside down so that they can separate. The soap will separate. And then we're going to blend it all in to make it smooth and creamy. And then we're going to try to remember that it's not butter.
Be sure and label your jars.
Okay, so after about 3 or 4 hours, this soap in here will separate. You'll see the different layers in the jars. And at that time, I'll show you how to smooth it all up and finish up. So it's only been about 15 minutes or so, and you can see that the soap is already starting to separate. All right, so It's been 3 or 4 hours. Our soap has set up to where the solids are on top, liquids on the bottom. Now what we're gonna do is blend this to make our laundry sauce. I call this Mom's Super Laundry Sauce. So I may make a little mess here. Cleanup is easy with this project because it's all soap. So, okay, so I like to use a knife to cut the solids in into chunks so that they blend a little easier. And so if you did not know that you could do what I'm about to do, this may blow your mind. It did mine when I figured it out. Your blender is a magical piece of equipment, and mason jars are so wonderful that it fits, and it screws right onto the jar, and then you can put it right onto your blender. There's your laundry sauce. Sorry, my dog hates the blender, or anything else that makes noise for that matter. And so you can see the consistency.
Sort of like whipped cream.
And then I just add a lid, and be sure and mark your lid because this looks a lot like butter. And if you're like me and you have butter, canned butter on the shelf and your laundry sauce, you don't want to get the two mixed up. So I'm going to go ahead and continue with the other 3, and that's how you finish up your laundry sauce, folks. This only takes about a tablespoon, 2 tablespoons at the most per load. I use, I let a little bit of water fill up in the washer, add the sauce, let it, go ahead and let the washer fill up a little more. Sometimes I even give it a stir to incorporate the soap, and then it's it rinses clean. It really works great. Okay, so here is a jar that I made in May. Actually, I think Mark made this batch.
Yeah, I made that batch.
So easy, your husband can do it. Don't tell your husband I said that.
Just don't let him mix it up for cheese or
Don't
butter.
let him mix it up with butter. Yeah, exactly. This is also a great way to use up your used lids. Because, you know, this is shelf stable. It doesn't have to be refrigerated, and it doesn't have to be sealed. It's fine the way it is. So here is a jar that's been canned for a while. This is the consistency of the soap after it cools off, because right now it's still a little, I don't know, it's almost the consistency of like whipped cream or butter.
It sets up, it's more like Crisco or something.
It's more like a Crisco consistency. And I usually use about that much.
For a large load.
For a huge load of laundry. And I just put it in, I let it dissolve a little. Sometimes I swish it around in the water to help it dissolve better or faster, and then I let it go. But you don't have to do that. It won't. It will dissolve in the wash cycle. It will not leave soap deposits on your clothes. And it is, I'm telling you what, pennies on the dollar compared to laundry soap, you know, the big bottles of Tide and stuff. But, if you enjoyed this video, please give us a thumbs up, a like, and please help us grow our channel by sharing our content with your social media. And we would just like to say God bless you until next time, and I thank you. Well, Shazam!